Oh, be live. And he's. I think we're live. Lovely. Let's get some music going. I'll chop on my gloves. Fucking hands are huge. So, it makes it a bit hard to get these gloves on. Should have bought the large ones, but I wanted ones that like fit like right on my skin. It means an extra minute or two just to fix it in the fingertips. What are you looking at? Ain't nobody out there, my dude. My dog hears something. Dog's hearing something. My dog don't gonna hear something. My dog don't hear. He don't gonna hear something. That doggy of mine. What are we going to listen to today? First, we should probably get the fact that I'm streaming with the social medias because why not? Yeah, we'll just throw it over here. Goodness gracious. Something's going on. Something's going on today. Nothing wants to really load good. Doing something good. We are going to get a little bit of a wobble from the camera. Just because it's attached to my desk, not separate from other stuff. So, yeah. Let's go with, you know what? Summoner Isabel. Can't hate Summoner. And let's do Gauntlet Dark Legacy, because why not? Say this, but there we go. Got some music going. I'm gonna play some Warhammer. Once I put this up at level. I've done some stuff. I've done some things. As you can see, it's a lot different than what it looked like last time. Everything was still just getting brushed grey last time. So a little bit different now. Oh, and I just ripped the glove. I need to buy bigger gloves. It's fine. It's fine. Cheap gloves anyway, so doesn't matter too much. I did actually hear myself talking, so just chuck in my other microphone. Okay. Can I hear myself? Can I hear myself? Something's going on. That's really strange. I can't hear myself on it. Normally I can hear myself on this. Hang on. Ah. Don't turn something off on this. There we go. Now I can actually hear myself. I can start streaming. You stream without hearing yourself, and then you can start hearing yourself. And now you need it every time. Just helps you keep an eye on sort of how you're enunciating things and all that sort of fun stuff. It's just nerd shit. Just talking about nerd shit right now. Ugh. Ready. Ooh. Mr. Doctor, please, no. I've been such a good boy. Yeah, okay, sweet. So, we've done some things. As you can see, I've done a lot of detailing on him, getting this nice little green glow bit. there's still more stuff that I've got to do, but I need more paints. Should you just be rotated like this? Whoa, I think that's actually way better. Not towards me, though. See, you know, this is how you can tell I'm a real professional. Because I'm messing with the setup after the fact. I should be messing with it before I start streaming. Anyway, let's get this cool away just real quick. And said there we go, and it didn't listen. Why don't you listen to me, mate? You're being a real dick right now. Okay. We are precariously mounted, so as you can see, I've done quite a bit. Done a lot of shadowing, especially around the trims and stuff. I'm not very pleased with the shadowing on the sort of bay door. And you can sort of see it actually runs around the edge a bit too much, like actually makes contact with the other side, which I don't like. A place where the shadow is really good is on these lines that I've done here, where they've just sort of gently bled in, especially on this yellow part. I've really enjoyed that. Yeah, painted the underside. Haven't done any shadows on the underside yet. I did a little bit here, like lackadaisically, nothing too crazy. The top is looking very good, because I mean that's what you're going to be seeing when he's on the field, you know, like that's what you're going to be seeing the most, is just the top as he's douching along, you know what I mean? As he's douching along. Yeah, so I've done a fair bit. I've even done something which I'm actually very proud of, because it looks really good. And after I did it, I was like, I'm kind of chuffed about this. I'm chuffed about how good this actually looks. So just all together, so you can tell. I did this. You can see how clean those edges are on that trim. I even got the inside section on the trim. The inside section on the trim. So clean. And I really like how the shoulder looks, just like all together. Just like the brushed sort of like iron, like burnished steel sort of looking. I don't know if it's burnished, but sort of like a matte steel. You know, I'm very excited for Russell to come together. So I'm going to do the same, obviously, with the other pauldron. And then I'm going to decide whether or not I actually want to color the pauldron. least the other pauldron. But we'll see. We'll see where we go. Gonna be a bit shaky. I have to figure out something with the cameras. I just don't have mounts that are off stuff that also then wobble. You know, I've got to have it. Yeah, anyway. We just don't have to worry about this so much. So he's pretty much done. If I do anything more on him now, I am going to regret it. And anybody who does art will know, once you sort of at that point where you think, oh, I think I've done enough. If I do any more, I think I'm going to probably mess it up. That's the time to actually stop. Stop and do something else. So that's why last night, after I did that, I did this. So yeah. So let's get going. I want to do something a bit different. I have started painting... I'm pretty much going model by model. So I have started painting the yellow on the gun. Obviously, it's still very clean. All things considered. I am still going for this burnished, sort of looking grey all over it. You know, everything's still going to get hit with a nice coat of Nuln Oil, or at least on the yellow where these dots are. I think I'm going to go in maybe with a pin, with a very tiny application of Nuln Oil, and then just touch the area just to give it tiny, like, schmeckle of shade. Yeah. So I think we're going to paint... We're going to aim for his legs. We're going to aim legs. And we're doing the legs and the gun. And then his other cannon. So here it is. Here's his other cannon. That has not had anything done to it yet. So we're still going to go with this yellow on majority of the sort of the major parts of the cannon. And then the really light lead belcher, then covered by Nuln Oil. I'm doing it. I'm doing that very typical Warhammer thing of just dip it in Nuln Oil, you know, just dip it in Nuln Oil. You got metallics, dip it in Nuln Oil, mate. Makes it look great. You know, I can't help it. I can't help it. It's, yeah. Anyway, so we are using the Warhammer color, the Avalan Sunset. It's a Warhammer Fantasy. Obviously, got a nice healthy dose of Nuln Oil, and if we need it... Nope. Yes, we've got another full container of Nuln Oil. So, plenty of Nuln Oil from the Citadel Shades. And then, of course, lead belcher. Got that lead belcher. And then, I have been using a bit of Mechanicus Grey on some of the bits on him. On that, sort of the main chassis of him. I've been using Mechanicus Grey. I don't know my thoughts and feelings yet. I've done it for, like, this side. It looks okay. Still umming and ahhing about the 100% colour scheme. I went yellow. Because I brought the yellow, going, oh, I'll paint them yellow. Then looking at, like, the images on the box and stuff like that, I'm sitting there scratching my head going, ooh, do I just want the yellow? Because I'm also thinking maybe yellow and Corax white. But I'm not too sure. I want to see how I feel after painting the rest of the model, seeing if I want to add the Corax white, because I was thinking a checkered colour, like a checkered pattern over this for the Corax white. Not sure yet. I'm not sure yet. Yeah, I'm still scratching my head a bit. So we're just gonna take it as it comes. Take it as it comes. So that should be all of his parts aside from his other shoulder. His other shoulder, which hasn't been painted yet. So we're just going to set these off to the side here. No, you're in the way. we'll just sit you there. Not in that much of the way there. There we go. So we still got some stuff to do. We still got quite a bit of things to do. Man, I don't know if this music's the vibe tonight. I'm not really. Oh, don't do that. Falling back down to 100. Thanks. So close that. We're gonna try and get something else, music-wise. You know, actually, how does Danky Kang sound? Huh? I think Danky Kang sounds pretty good. Is that what I was using? Here we go. SNES. We need Danky Kang. Danky Kang. Love me some Danky Kang. I'm not going to complain about Danky Kang. Yeah, so we'll get to painting in a second once I set up the music. Yeah, not gonna complain. Not gonna complain. It's been pretty good, this little painting decision slash journey. I think I might just do all the yellow right now, where the yellow should be. Where I want the yellow to be. I've been looking at a lot of models. A lot of colour on everywhere. And I'm kind of looking at these machines being like, they're machines. Does colour everywhere, is that necessarily a good idea? Again, I'm still figuring that out. Ooh, okay. Can we just open this? Boom. You go. Become control 2. Great. Yeah, nice. What stuff I want? Nice. Okay, let's actually get into it. And actually did the painting, like I said I was going to do. Man, this brings back so much memories playing Donkey Kong. Fucking love Donkey Kong Country. Alright. Alright. Let's get into this. Anywho, let's get into this brew. Alrighty. Wrong brush. I'm trying to smash through these brushes, pretty quickly. Oh man, the only problem with my water cup here, you're gonna get a lot of zoom-ins on my arm, and I don't like that. I don't like that. That's not Gucci. That ain't Gooch, fam. Just move this stuff out of the way. Try not to get too much. I don't want to goop things up too cray-cray, you know what I'm saying? Yeah. Oh, see, this is... I'm really scratching my brain about what I'm painting first, you know? But I can always half it. You know, yellow's going to take a coat or two anyway, so, you know, nothing crazy. Go in and apply. And it covers pretty nicely anyway, so I don't have to worry too much about detailing, edging. Haha, I don't have to worry about edging. Haha, hee hee ho ho. Man, I can't believe I almost played the entirety of this game. All the way through on my Game Boy Advanced. This really makes me want to play Donkey Kong now. Hey guys, should I just stop painting Warhammer and play Donkey Kong instead? He says, laughing, knowing that that's a joke and that he's made a promise to himself to actually paint the Warhammer. Really wish I didn't glue the legs on until after I painted it. But I'm pretty sure I'm not the only one who thinks that when they're painting their Warhammers. we're just really, like, struggling on this, eh? Something wrong with my bitrate tonight. That's fine, I guess. I just rewatched Astartes tonight. I forget how much I really enjoy that, and how that sort of revitalized my interest back into Warhammer 40k. It's during the time I was super into fantasy, like old world Warhammer fantasy. Not model-wise, I was laughing at it at the time, so, you know. Here's what it is, broski. Ad starts in 3 minutes. I'm not going to snooze them until there's actually more than just myself in here. Oops. Waste a lot of this paint on here. Just trying to get these little spots. And it doesn't matter super much that I've touched some areas with it that it shouldn't be, like on the edges, because, you know, we'll do the trim once I've done the coat, all the coats on this. So I actually think I don't know how I'm feeling about the Korvax white for the complementary color. I mean, the administrator, because I'm worried it's going to get too busy. You know what I'm saying? So there's coat 1 done. No, he's a little bit untidy. Not as tidy as I'd like. See what I mean? Like, because I'm going to put the trim on that. So once the trim's on that, then, like, where is the Administratum Grey coming from? I guess it's on the rest of the model. I just have to see. I have to see. I'm just gonna half and half these. So I'm gonna put them on the outside and see how I feel. From there, if I do like maybe a line pattern with the Korvax white, or check it or something. You're not really sure. Not sure yet. Not sure yet. Anyway, let's keep going. Hey, what's up? I'll save you from ad death in a minute, and I'll just snooze that. Welcome. Welcome. We're painting some knights. Painting some knights. I've got some knights for my birthday, so let's show you what I've done. So, past couple of days, I've just been painting this guy up. We're still in the process of fully painting our fella here. This is my first Warhammer army. Also, this is my first real-time painting Warhammer. I painted orcs like when I was like 18, maybe. I'm like 33 now. Sorry. Thanks. Yeah, so he's looking pretty good. I'm not too sure about what I'm doing with the sides yet. They're gonna have to wait until I get the guns on and see how I feel about it. I've sort of just done one side darker than the other. See how I feel, because I can always just cover up that Administratum Grey. You know. Yeah. Then we've just done this little crisp shoulder that has nothing, like all the trim, all the inside trim is really good and doesn't actually get Administratum Grey, and Administratum Grey doesn't have any of the trim on it. I spent about 15 minutes last night doing that, so I'm pretty pleased with myself on that one. And now we're just doing some legs. We're just doing all the Avalandia. sunset right now. Well, I'm contemplating whether or not we complement it with the Corvax White. But we'll just see. We're just seeing where we're going. We're seeing what we're doing. Yeah, I just decided, you know, my fiance just asked me, "Oh, what do you want for your birthday?" And I was like, fuck it, let's get into Warhammer. I always liked Warhammer, but I only ever really did the fantasy stuff. Never really, like, I only ever LARPed. Did Warhammer LARP rather than Warhammer. Where is my wet palette? It's right here. It's right here. It's right here. But I'm doing like super thin layers. So what I'm doing is I'm like getting as much as I can off the actual brush. The brush is already pre-damp. So, and I'm just going over him kind of dry, you know? I know, crazy, right? Actually, the brush wasn't dry. Oh, it's just a touch too opaque. Shit! Yeah, so I preload the brush a bit wet. Man. The sponge is damp as well, so well, the cloth is damp as well, so I haven't really traditionally like wet coloring. I guess it's all just been dry. I guess I mean lightly damp. I dry brushed all the Administratum grey on it, and then I just, you know, take as much as I can off my brush and paint. Give it a nice paint, and yeah. Wait for a hot minute, and then do another layer. Painting under the camera. Yeah, GW brush suck. Actually, like, I've done a lot of painting outside of, like, I've got quite a bit of art history. Like, I've done a lot of painting and things like that before getting into miniatures. And I actually don't mind their synthetic brushes. Their synthetic brushes I'm kind of like, they're kind of my favorite at the moment compared to other brushes. I can see you're not beginner painting. I was wondering who you were able to do this if you're a beginner. To be fair, I actually don't paint miniatures. Like, I've never really painted miniatures. I did some orcs, and I did a box of gutter runners when I was 18. But I've done a lot of like different painting that isn't like miniature painting. And I used to do a lot of ink, like ink work, and with ink, unfortunately, if you fuck up, it's there forever. There's no taking it back. So you have to be like extremely precise with what you're doing. When it comes to like ink line work and stuff like that, so I've got a bit of a steady hand because of that. Bit of a slower work speed. I tell you what, my wrists hurt after a couple of days of painting. Not something I'm super down with. You know, you get old. don't mind showing me what you did before. Yeah, give me a second. I can show you. I've got one unfinished work that I did on a date with my fiance. We did that cute little TikTok thing, where you paint each other, and I started painting as I just didn't finish it because she had finished hers a lot faster than mine. I could grab it for you in a second, yeah. Oh, that took me a while to find. I think one of my dogs just ripped ass. Anyway, so it wasn't varnished, but it's all cracked now, which I'm a bit upset about. It needs to be gone over again. But I do a lot of like, if it wasn't so cracked, you could see it better. I do a lot of, it's unfinished, but I do a lot of, I'm really good at doing like a lot of blending with like skin tone and things like that. Anyway, that's it. I go, just bear with me. Sorry about that. I had to go do some stuff. I had to go put my dog to bed. Sorry. Anyway, I'm back. Ah, rip it. Alrighty. Let's get going. Okay. I'm disappointed. No Warhammer or finished stuff. Look, to be honest, like a lot of stuff I've previously done, it's kind of lost to time. I had a house fire yonkies ago, and I lost all my portfolios. Everything that I'd drawn, years and years and years of constant artwork, just constantly drawing and stuff like that. It really took the wind out of my sails for like art. I used to draw all the time. If I was doing something, I would draw. Like, you know, I would be drawing something if I was doing something, but now I don't do it as much. I don't even know where my art books are. I've got a couple of art books that I was using a while back to draw up my. I actually do have one thing I can show you that I drew. That I then used for my D&D campaign, which I run every fortnight. Where is that? Must be just straight on my desktop. Here we go. I don't know if you know much about it, but Like, I'm a big Final Fantasy guy, and I mean, it's pretty slapdash, to be honest. I don't know how I feel about sharing. But I guess I'll just share it. Here we go. So that's a piece that I've done recently. So that's the rough. All the base colors and stuff like that. And then I've got a finished version on my D&D. I'll see if I've got a image of that. And the finished... Oh, so that's really the next image. Sweet. Okay, well... The finished is... this one! Yeah. So that's that. Is sad? I mean, it's not too bad. Like, you know... I just... Life gets busy and then you just do other things. You know? I put a lot of my time into LARP. Mushroom Galaxy, kind of cool. Thanks, man. It's like a black mage from Final Fantasy. That I didn't want to give it too much of like a form because it like sits in the corner of the screen while I'm like chatting to my players while I'm streaming D&D. And they all hit a trim. Yeah, I just kind of... He's just kind of like my little character for D&D. My character, like the representation of the DM for D&D, so I didn't want to give him too much of a form. A wise wizard sort of dealio thing. Let's hit another trim. And second brush has hit the trim. Yeah, so I come from like a pretty strong art background. I always did a lot of like comic stuff when I was growing up. Like, one of my big fascinations was I like the idea of the spy versus spy comics. I don't know if you know anything about that. Mad. The magazine Mad had a series called Spy vs. Spy. And essentially the premise is that these are just two spies. There's a white and a black spy, and they constantly, you know, are trying to get one up on each other and trying to, you know, assassinate the other spy. Or try to catch the other spy out, you know? And it's just a goofy little slapstick, Looney Tunes sort of deal. And I really loved just the novelty of that growing up. And so, at the time, I was super into the PlayStation 1 game Worms. And so I just made a bunch of little comics about worms, you know, blowing each other up. And, like, messing each other up and stuff like that. God, that's like... Yeah, that's so... I did that so long ago. It's like a forgotten memory. Gosh dang. Can't really see what I'm painting because I'm like... My eyes are a little bit bad. I have to, like, lean into it. See what I'm doing. A third brush has hit the trim. No. So yeah, and I would do more drawing and stuff like that now, but the problem is that I get these really big ideas of like what I want to do. So like I'll be like, oh man, I should get really into I should, you know, I've got like this massive story that I've been working on for years for D&D. And I'm always looking for like ways to expand that universe and stuff like that, and like introduce different media and stuff like that to the universe for that. But Titan are really cool. Did you see the giant one? Titan, as in like these guys. I've got a Questoris here. I've got a Defender that needs to be painted up. You didn't choose the easiest and cheapest army, I think. No, I absolutely did not. So I brought a box of armigers, and my fiance got me a Questoris for my birthday. So those were my birthday presents to myself. Point value wise, they've gone way down. I haven't. I've seen the Titans. I don't know if I could financially recover from a Titan purchase. I was watching this guy who's doing a like Emperor class Titan, like. It's like this. It's like 6 feet tall or some crap like that. It's huge. I can't remember what the guy's name was. Watching him on YouTube. A massive Titan. He's adding like, it's like going to be like a battlefield as well for like actually playing games of Warhammer on. Which I thought is just so cool. To do. It's been like, yeah, so come over to my place and we're going to play a game on my Emperor class Titan. Like, I wouldn't want to play games on anything else. I don't think he's finished it yet, which is be cool to see once it's done and actually see him play a game on that. I have no idea how to play the tabletop as well. Like, I know you roll a lot of dice. $40,000 project. Oh shit! God dang. Yeah. Yeah. Imagine spending that amount of money on one thing. Like I own like armor and stuff like that for LARP and things like that, but like. None of my stuff cost that much. Like, I made a lot of my stuff for LARP. You know, I was playing a warrior priest and stuff like that. The most I've probably spent... Actually, the total amount I've spent... Probably about maybe $4,000 on LARP. That's probably the most I've spent on just kit. Because I've just been lucky and been able to find good stuff that I can then strip down and salvage and make into my own thing. And I learned how to paint calligraphy. I used to collect Pokemon cards, so money mean nothing, kinda. Don't talk about trading cards. I got my kids into collecting Pokemon cards. So they're all just started to collect Pokemon cards. We're gonna take you. Give me a second. Let me connect my other. Camera. You can see. Okay. Alrighty. Let me just reduce this camera in size. Because it's big. That's the wrong camera. Itty bitty camera. Alright, itty bitty camera. So, itty bitty camera. Now I need to get out a folder full of Magic Gathering cards. All these boxes here are full of Magic Gathering cards. They're just basic boxes. Just full of, like, completely full of cards. And then have all my rare cards. I think these are all commanders. This is all commanders. These boxes are like literally full of bulk. And that's not all of it. I have way more sitting. I wasn't gonna say this. I have with it. I have way more sitting in my shed, full of decks. You know what to collect. It's a really good investment. I was collecting for the sake of, like, you know. Initially, I was like, oh man, that would be really good to like buy, to sell this and make a bunch of money off of. In the end, I just kind of like, I like having a lot of cards. So I don't sell any of it. So I don't sell a single. I don't sell any of them. I haven't sold a single one. Actually, no, that's not right. I've sold two. I haven't sold any of it. In fact, I have to uninstall the eBay app, because otherwise I just go and buy more. I go, oh, I got hundies just sitting there. Oh, all right, I'll treat myself and get some more bulk Magic Gathering cards, and order like $100 worth of bulk. And I'm like, oh, there's some cool old cards in here, because I really like the old cards. So, it's... My hands are massive. So, like, I need... I just don't... I just uninstall. I had to uninstall eBay, because otherwise I just jump online and buy more bulk of Magic Gathering. And then I have to buy more boxes. And then my friends are like, oh, I'm looking for this card. I'm like, I'll go for my bulk. And I'll go for my bulk, then get distracted and make myself another deck. And that's how I ended up with a dinosaur deck. So I was meant to be looking for giants for a friend, and I was like, oh, yeah, no worries. And so I was looking through all my cards for giants, and I saw a dinosaur card, and I was like, that might be cool. That'd be pretty fun. That's just, I haven't played any, I don't have a Gruul deck. That'd be cool. And so I just made myself a Gruul deck, went through all the red and green, and was like, oh, I'm looking for giants. Put out giants at the same time for them. Anyway. Yeah, so, you know, Magic Gathering's a bit of a vice, a bit of a massive vice. I don't play as much as I would like to, or as much as I probably should. But considering the amount I've spent on it, yeah, you know, is what it is. Shouldn't really be wearing my glasses. That's it. Yeah, got my kids into Pokemon. They like Pokemon. A friend of mine's kid plays Pokemon, so I'm just trying to, like, gently get them into Pokemon cards, and I didn't have to gently do anything. I just runs Pokemon cards, and like, yeah! So, my kids now play Pokemon cards, now collect Pokemon cards. I've got them all their own little folders with, like, slips in there for their, cards to put in. How much should I spend on my Magic Gathering? I was buying booster boxes for a long time there, when I started. I started back in M10, in, like, the 2010 core set. So, I've been collecting Yeah, Warhammer Rage. For Pokemon, I put all my money onto it, so I end up having 40k, a 40k collection. My Magic the Gathering collection is probably sitting... Because it's, like, mostly bulk, I have quantity more than value. I've got a few valuable cards. Nothing insane. Nothing that, like, really picks it up. I got the Kamigawa Secret Lair as a gift. So that's really... It's really, it for that stuff. So probably, I wouldn't say anywhere near the realms of 10k. My ex-brother-in-law used to buy... How much am I into Warhammer? I'm more of a Warhammer lore guy, so I listen to Warhammer. I used to play crap out of Dawn of War. Magic Gathering, let me just finish that. Magic Gathering, I probably got about maybe at the very most about 5k sitting there of just cards, but there's so much more quantity because they're all like very good cost like cards in there. And you know what? I like making funny haha jank decks, or buying what I need. My ex-brother-in-law used to buy a box for himself, and if he wanted to crack that box, he'd crack a box. So like a booster box. He'd buy a carton of them, buy one for himself, buy one to keep sealed, and then he would just buy what singles he needs. And he's pretty much, from when he started playing, he's pretty much just got a box of each set just sitting there. So Warhammer wise, I'm super big into like Warhammer lore. Play all the Warhammer games. Fucking love the Warhammer games. I split a Space Marines Orcs starter kit way back in the day with a friend of mine. And then brought myself a box of Gutter Runners. Lost those in a fire. Then LARPed the crap out of Warhammer Fantasy: The Old World. So I was in a LARP group that it was all based around Warhammer Fantasy. I played a warrior priest, so I wrote a bunch of like stuff for that. I ran a warband all based around that, and we did like a lot of like lore stuff around that and things like that. Teaching other people about lore and things. And now I'm actually going to sit down and play Warhammer 40k. So this is technically my first army. So I've got knights, as you can see. I've got knights, as you can see. So this is like my first real attempt of actually painting an army to be proud of, rather than just some chopper boys and just, you know, listening to Warhammer stuff. So, you know, we're going pretty good with it. I was like, honestly, I was tossing up between. I don't really paint. I used to draw. Don't do it anymore. I do collect special and foreign coins and currency. Nice, man. Nice. I had a friend who does that. I was at their place playing a board game the other night, and they were just showing me all their coins, and they've got so many coins. Like heaps and heaps of coins. Yeah, they just go. I was shocked when I saw all the coins they had. I was like, damn, man, I didn't know you collected coins. And like, yeah. Like, it was like a matter of a fact sort of thing. Yeah, of course I do. Nah, but, yeah, no, I was good. Yeah, I don't know what I'm gonna do with that middle piece yet. But yeah. I was gonna buy Iron Hands, to be honest. A box of Combat Patrol Iron Hands, but I saw the price on those and I went, that's a bit expensive. And then I went out and brought Knights. So I don't know if and I got a quest Oris from my fiance for my birthday. So I don't know if that was worth. If I should have just gotten the Iron Hands. So I was going to make my own, like, chapter of Iron Hands. Like a little sub-chapter of Iron Hand, guys. Because I thought, oh man, you know, I haven't heard anybody that I know talk about the Iron Hands. you know, it's always your usual suspects. But so oh fuck it, I'll do Iron Hands, which I still probably will do. When I used to play Dawn of War a lot, I was a big Taug. I play Warhammer 40k games, thinking about dropping further into lore. Lore's really good. There's so much lore if you really just want to just really like get yourself really into a universe that just has so much meat. Like, there's so much on this bone. Like, 40k just has so much on the bone. Same with, like, fantasy has so much on the bone. You can just... This is why it's so popular, is because you can just, like, sit in this universe for so long. This is why people's obsession is just Warhammer. Because you can just, like, sit in this universe for so long and still not know everything. Like... You know, and there's just, like, because of how it was made, like, it's not all written down. And there's a lot of unreliable narrators and stuff like that. So, like, you know, there's a good amount of speculation and stuff like that that's involved. Which is what I like, when it comes to a story, you know, when it comes to, like, stories and lore and stuff like that. I don't like being told everything. I don't like being given everything. I like having bits and pieces. Give me some scarings. Give me a taste of what possibly may be. That's so much more gripping and intriguing. Having a question mark over it rather than actually being told exactly what it is, because then there's, like, room for interpretation. How you been, by the way, Rage? Haven't chatted to you in a good while, my guy. How's life? Everything okay in your part of the world? None of the wars hitting your doorsteps yet? Shoot. Sorry, I'm just concentrating on this bit here. I'll look at chat in a second if anybody's been typing. Oh, no, we're good, G. Please, mate. This one's a bit rougher. This one is going to be a bit rougher than the others, I think. The trim will fix it up, I guess. There we go. You can tell that it needs a bit more work done. It needs a bit more work done on that layer. I need a bit more on that. You can see the grey coming through. To be honest, been up and down. Pretty busy year. How's life treating me? Life has been, it's been lifing. It's definitely been lifing. Busy year is definitely, to put it politely, it's been a busy year down under. Yeah, just a lot of regular life stuff. Unfortunately, it just hits you all at once. It doesn't like to sprinkle it out just steadily throughout the year. Like, in little tiny bits, you know, here's a little bit here, give you a couple of months, here's a little bit here, well, I'll give you a few more months, here's a little bit here. At the moment, it's just like, a whole year, okay. Take the whole year of just fun, just silly stuff. It does. You sort of finish one thing, another thing sort of crops up, and you're like, oh man, could we politely not? But I will say, as much as I do bellyache, I am in a pretty good position in compared to a lot of other people in my country. Main result of that is that I have a fairly well-paying jobs, so you know, I can afford silly little things like this, and be able to have, you know, 2 kids and 2 stepkids, so and have them be comfortable. So as much as I do belly, as much as it has been a bit of a fucky wacky year for me, my family, it's still decent. We started January with a broken water pipe on a Sunday. Was it? Are you like in an apartment? Was it like above ground water pipe, or below ground water pipe? I'm a clerk. I'll say that. I'm a clerk. So I'm an administrative clerk. We'll just leave it at that. So was it like like a like are you in an apartment or something like that? Is it like, you know, the floor above you water pipe, or is it like below the house? It started with faucet in our summer kitchen, which broke further down, but inside. So, flooded? Did you flood, or did it just got a leak throughout the bottom of the house or something like that? What about you, Kaiser? What do you do for work? That's rough about the pipe, though, Rage, man. Especially on a Sunday, like that's like we all know that they charge you like emergency rates for that. I do nothing. I just got fired 2 months ago. What were you doing? I think Kaiser was talking about me. But yeah, Rage, if you want to divulge, then divulge, man. We're all here to yap. Yeah, what were you doing 2 months ago, Kaiser? And was it like layoffs, or was it like you're fucked up? I've never ever been fired from a job. I will say, I've never been fired from a job. I always end up becoming working in a pool, like basic welcoming cleaning stuff. Ah, okay. Yeah, right. No, I wanted to leave because of a toxic coworker. Yeah, I've only ever like I've never like been fired from a job. I've always like quit. I've never been like laid off. Actually, no, I lied. I did get laid off. Because they were the warehouse I was working for got shut down at the time. So I did like a bunch of I did like before I became a clerk, an administrative clerk, and before I started working in hospitality way back in the day. And running a castle. I used to help, not run, I say run, as a colloquialism. I didn't run, I helped manage, pretty much a good chunk of the castle. Um, I'm actually all qualified in, like, warehousing and logistics and stuff like that, so Unfortunately, you don't make much money in warehousing, like, and logistics. Um, as like a common man, you just you sort of get a broken back and a broken body for not really good enough pay. And if you don't have like your machinery licenses and stuff like that, you get paid even less and you become pretty expendable. So the company, um, the company Rivers at the time in where I'm living, they they were a pretty big establishment. We used to have like a Bonds. Like a Bonds is like a clothing brand here. Like a pretty well established high quality clothing brand, and we used to make them here in my town. They closed down way back in the early 2000s. And Rivers is another Australian clothing brand, pretty well established. Was quite a well trusted brand. They We used to have all our the main warehouses was here in my hometown, and they closed them up, shot them off to Sydney, which is a whole entire state away, because they were closer to the shipping docks. Rather than shipping it from Melbourne to my place, they shipped it. They just go straight from Sydney to wherever they need to be. I mean, it makes sense logistically for them, but you know, when you employ like 300 people, it's kind of a big deal for a small country city. But yeah, that was the only time I've ever been like quote unquote like let go. That was just redundancy. We forced the company. It was really funny. We were in a union meeting about it. Union culture is really big in Australia. Like pretty much, almost if you're in a full time job, you're a part of the union. We write it off in our taxes and everything like that. So like it's built into our laws about unions and stuff like that. So companies have to let us know, like when accepting for a job, who's the union rep, who's a part of who's what the union is. You know, we got a bunch of like laws a bit around about our unions and stuff like that that are built into our society. So Australia's a pretty big like union, workers union country. So you know, majority of people, if they've got a full time job, they're a part of a union, and during the meetings for letting us go, we were like, okay, you know, I understand you're making a bunch of us redundant, but you know, 80% of your workforce is what's called casual here. So casual here is how casual works. So you have full time, part time, where you've got a contract, you've got an agreed upon negotiated wage. I'm grateful I got good co-workers because my bosses on the other hand, not so much. Yeah, that's what it was like at working at Rivers and at Prolcast as well. Prolcast was a fucking shithole, to be honest. Working for the general manager at the time, just complete ass. She was a fucking monster, but not as bad as the monsters at fucking Rivers. The guys at Rivers, the fucking one of the supervisors and the big boss were well known. It was a not a very well kept secret that they were fucking. So whenever she got her panties in a knot, you get called up to the office, and you'd have to go upstairs, go to the office where everybody can see you in the window, and from the warehouse, and you just see him fucking screaming at the person. So, yeah. So at the union meeting, about being like, go. They're like, yeah, so, you know, we're going to give out redundancies. But, like, I was like, well, that's great, but what about us casuals? You know, 80% of your workforce are casual. So casual in Australia means... So when you're full-time, you work full-time. And so your contract lasts, let's say, you know, working contracts are pretty much indefinite until termination. um, engaged by employee or employer. Part-time, obviously the same, but short, smaller hours, different remuneration for pay and stuff like that. Casual. Casual's interesting in Australia. So casual is what... Yeah, so in Australia, we've got this thing called casual. So casual gets paid more. They get paid more than, say, a full-time worker. But the thing is, with a casual, is that their contract starts and ends every shift. So their contract will start at the beginning of their shift. So they start at 9 and finish at 5. Their contract starts at 9 o'clock in the morning and finishes at 5. So obviously they still get rostered on. They get treated like full-time staff members, but they get paid more. But the thing is that companies actually don't have to. You don't get paid for any sick leave. You don't get paid for any like company leave. So like some companies shut down like for 2 weeks or a week during the Christmas holidays. You don't get paid for any of that. You don't get paid for any of that if you're a casual. Pretty much the reason why you get paid so much more as a casual in Australia is because you're expected to make sure you're maintaining additional salary set aside to cover those sickness and losses and stuff like that. So as a casual, they don't have to fire you. They just have to stop giving you shifts. As a casual, if you're sick and like crook or something like that, say like get diagnosed with something or something like that, and you go into like hospital for an extended period of time, you get paid for any of that. You don't get any sick leave or anything like that. So it's interesting. Australia's got quite a lot of workers' rights and quite a lot of like really strong stuff within like worker stuff. Like casual workers now have access to like what's called compassionate leave. So like somebody dies, you know, and you got to go to a funeral. Well, you can claim that on compassionate leave. So they have now access to like a specific very instance leave, but a lot of companies will use casual workers because the casual workers don't have any protections. Their jobs are pretty much always under the threat of, I just don't have to give you any more fucking shifts. See you later, alligator. Bye bye. So imagine like you're always on your 3 months probation. Like imagine you're always on your probationary period. That's what being a casual is like in Australia. You're always on your probationary period. Do you get paid a bit more? Sometimes a substantial amount more. But you don't have all the safeties as you would have as a part-time or full-time worker. So you don't get covered by a lot of the laws when it comes to like not unfair dismissals, but dismissals and things like that. Because you're casual. They don't have to have a conversation with you if they don't want you around anymore. And they're just like, right, fuck off. Don't want to pay for him anymore. See you, bye. You know, so there's no remuneration. There's no severance pay. If you get fired or let go, or the company downsizes or anything like that, you just fuck off. See you later, mate. Bye. So, yeah, that's Australia. So I worked at Coral Castle as a casual for a very long time. In fact, my entire time at Coral Castle, I was a casual. I worked there for, I think, between 3 or 4 years. I think it was actually close to 4 years, to be honest. And I, within 3 months of the job, became food and beverage manager, supervisor, should I say. I was doing the role of a manager. And then about 6 months after that, I became retail outlet supervisor, which is all the retail stores. I did all the stock. I did all the stock take and like stock take reporting for the castle. I also did like I redid all of their. So they had the crazy thing with Cryocasters, and this is like a tell-all thing now. I'm yapping about Cryocaster now. You can get some gossip on this like tourism place. They didn't have any procedures for anything. They had no written procedures for anything. They had no. They had nothing. Absolutely nothing. They had no material safety data sheets or anything like that. They didn't have this stuff stored away. So I was like, where is all this stuff? Because we need it. And they also didn't, and it's really funny, they also didn't have any... So when you have fridges and freezers in Australia, the law requires you to do a temperature check every couple of... between a couple of times every day. So you go and check the temperature on the freezer, and if it's below a certain temperature, say, I can't remember what it was. It's been so long. If it's below a certain temperature, that's it. That's it. You got to turn it off. You got to throw everything out in the fridge or the freezer. It's all got to go. So it's all got to go. And you're meant to keep like years and years and years of records of this one action on hand at all times. So what a lot of companies do is that they, before they digitized it, they would just pick a folder, here's your temp checks, go do your temp checks, and it was just part of your job every day, you got to do your temp checks. Now, Cryocast have been running for quite a long time at this point. Well, for quite a good couple of years at this point before I started. And then, they were like, I was like, where's your temp check, guys? We doing temp checks? Can somebody tell me about temp checks? Where's the temp checks sheets? Do we have temp check sheets? They didn't have temp check sheets, so they were not temp checking at all for years. And one of the main stores that sold heaps of stuff all the time, which they're like the one key seller, which is a lolly shop. Were weren't doing their temperature checks on their ice cream freezers. Now there is a good chance that those ice cream freezers went bad, and then they were selling people bad stock of ice cream. And I know for a fact, and it's crazy, I know for a fact, and they got away with it too, that their ice cream freezers, the one where they stored all the ice cream, that was like the extra stock that was waiting to get put out into the shop, that one was so over frozen that it just... Are you teaching us how to finish bankrupt in less than 24 hours or in prison? Well, we'll see if I get done. No. They, my fucking paint on my brush went dry when I was yapping. You got me monologuing. What am I, syndrome? Fucking hell. That freezer was completely busted. Yeah, all civilized countries have the same rules about this. I think it would vary different. Like, the procedures on that would vary differently between country to country. You know what I mean? Like, you would assume that they would all be the same. I'm assuming that they would all be the same, but I just like to preface my specific country. This is what we specifically do, just in case it's, you know, Euro heads, America heads, all those sorts of fun people. That freezer just wasn't working, so it wasn't maintaining its correct negative temperature. It was always above that negative temperature until I pointed it out. So that was a fun thing. When I first started working, the kitchen covered in rat shit. Absolutely covered in rat shit. I would come in every morning and I would help the chefs clean and sanitize all the fucking surfaces because it's just covered in rat shit. Because the cook before didn't clean, didn't do dishes. Like, they didn't have money for... It's a story who joins another story without... This is how bad this place was, man. It's crazy. Anyway, I'm gonna stop ranting about this because I could keep going. I could keep going. I worked for that place for like almost 4 years. I could keep going just about the heinous shit they were getting away with. A minute painting Warhammer. I should just be talking about fucking Little Head Fred again. It was really awkward. I got raided last stream by like 16 people, and I was having a schizo rant. Do you ever just like, I don't know, make up this little story in your head and you just sort of just run with it and you just start like retelling, like you just, you know, working on this story, and so you just talk about it out loud, like, you know, you workshop it a bit, you workshop this little cool funny haha thing that you got going, and I was doing that. I was schizo ranting about I have a friend like you, don't worry. Yeah, we keep you all entertained. I'm just gonna say that. It's either autism or like rampant undiagnosed ADHD. Yeah, so I was schizo ranting about this little thing that I made up about Little Head Fred. He's just a guy who was born with a little head. His mother abandoned him at a fire station at the age of 13 because she wanted to go ride Japanese motorcycles. Um, and he's like, "Mother, just give me a good education. I just want to provide for us, mother. Please don't abandon me at this fire station." And so Little Head Fred got abandoned at the ripe old age of 13 at the fire station, and his mother went to go ride Japanese motorcycles. And so Little Head Fred ended up getting recruited by the government to use his little head to get state secrets. And yeah, Little Head Fred could be anywhere. It could be inside your regular head. So yeah, I was schizo ranting about that to an audience of no one. And then I got raided by 16 people from another stream. And I didn't realize until I was like doing like the character voices and stuff like that that I had been raided, and they're all just sort of sitting there, and I'm like, hi guys, how's things? Whoops. So, you know, yeah. For like a nobody who just like streams just to like yap while he's painting, yeah, it was a little awkward. A bit of a laugh. A bit of a laugh about it. I did. Like, how many are in your head? You mean Little Head Fred? There was only one Little Head Fred. He's a CIA operative. Been collected by the government. You know, he works for the CIA. He uses his little head to listen in and put his little head in places where regular heads can't fit. You know, slightly narrow gaps in walls and things like that. Windowsills. Yeah, I mean, if you're implying that there's voices in my head, there isn't. I don't have anybody that talks to me in there. Aside from myself. And I don't want to talk to myself. I was about to make this really dark, but I'm not going to go down that route. It's a chill stream. It's a chill stream. you know, the voices don't tell me to do anything. I don't have voices. There is no voices. For legal reasons, there are no voices. If anyone is going to section me, just let it be known that this is just a widespread joke. There's no voices. I don't have any voices. There may be a Little Head Fred in your head, you know? He might be in your ear, listening now. Don't know why he's in your ear, listening to your ear. Allegedly. Look, if you ask my friends, actually don't ask my friends. I don't know what they would say. I think some of them would probably agree that there's definitely something going on in there. I'm definitely a guy. I'm definitely that kind of guy. I'm a bit of a like a cryptid. I'm an entity on my own, you know. Fuck. I'm not painting underneath the fucking camera again. I keep doing this, man. I've got the camera there and everything, and I'm not painting underneath it. Where I should be painting, you know, so you all can see what the fruit salad I'm doing. I've almost finished painting Gilliman. What a cool model. I haven't seen the Gilliman model. Let me look it up. Oh, it is a cool model. God damn. How big is he? Yeah, I don't know why they bother putting the helmet in there. You just gotta... It's Gilliman, man. Helmet's off. Doesn't give us... Doesn't give us size. Oh, maybe it does here. 60mm round base. Okay, cool. Really, really nice. That is a nice model, actually. I really like that. God damn. Did you do helmet or no helmet, Gilliman? Gems and crystals. My man is a dragon collecting gold coins and gemstones. Afraid of heights, so I would be an awkward dragon. Yeah, you just be a drake crawling across the ground going, yes, that's all for me. Yes, more treasure. Provide me with your finest gifts. I require them. Mr. Dragon, no. This is what I was doing. I was doing just this little funny haha thing where I'm just like workshopping just this silly idea with Helmet, but I kind of agree. He's cool with that. Yeah, I know. I'm like, I mean, they would never release models of them. Like, um, uh, Alfarius and Omegon. I think it would be the only ones that we do with helmets. Um, flies 5 meters above ground. You're just gliding. Yes, yes. Yeah, it's just you're moving so fast that it doesn't even look like you're. You know those moments where like animals run and they have like a bound, and then that one frame of like they're like in the middle of the bound, they're like no longer touching the ground. It's just like, yes, give me the gold treasure, give me the gems. Just crawl into a cabin. Oh, I need more gems. I need more gems. More pylons are required. You're now the Protoss Rage. I'm just saying. Yeah, you're the Protoss now. They levitate though. They got a lot of flyers, so maybe you're not the Protoss. We are going to do Lead Voucher now, and gold. The vent areas here. So gold for the vent areas here. I'm probably going to do gold for these things here as well. And then lead voucher on like the feet and the piston areas. Yeah, yeah, and then we're just gonna hit that with null and all. I have a special geode, and most people's reaction is saying that it looks like a woman's genitals. Damn, boy, you got some of that earthly. Special geode. Never looked at it like that until I said so. Too. That's the worst. That's actually the worst. Is when you're like you're just like yapping to some friends and things like that, and then they point out something just like so obvious, and you're like, it completely changes now how you look at it. Juicy. So we're going in with the Retributor armor, and then we're gonna hit it with some null and oil once it dries. I guess you can't hear it. I should probably take some of this off. There we go. You know. Yeah, man, nice. Wait, do I still have that open? You know what? I should actually just reboot my fucking Discord channel. I don't think I have it anymore. I'm not very good at putting together a Discord, to be honest. Oh, no, I do. Oh, wait, no. Fuck it. Fuck it. Rage and others. Fuck it. There you go, there's a Discord. What is your dope playlist? It's literally Donkey Kong Country 2 from the SNES version. The GBA version is a little bit more crunkled because the Game Boy Advance didn't have a very good music sound chip. So yeah, it's just Donkey Kong Country 2. Great game, amazing game. If you like retro games, yeah, definitely worth it. I grew up playing this, actually. This was all the rage when I was a young fella. I remember my parents telling me to go play in my room while they had a friend who had a Nintendo 64, and they brought over Duke Nukem for the 64, and I got told, because I was obviously quite young, they were like, "Oh, go play in your room," but I was like all about video games. Loved me video games, loved them, and they were like, "No, go play in your room. This is too scary for you." So I remember like sticking my head out and watching them play Duke Nukem. Yeah, nice. Sweet, man. Should be painting under the fucking camera again, so gold's already been painted. We just gotta do these hinges here. There's a song in this. I think it's called Sticky Bush Sympathy. 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 Sticky Bush Sympathy. This one. Everybody knows this one.
Everyone knows this one.
Bam. Yo. It does look like a GLC, dude. Holy shit, that's gold, my guy. That is phenom. Holy shit, man. Now that I think I shouldn't have said, I should just send it and see what you say. It does, it does. It wouldn't if it didn't have that little hole just above the massive hole, man. It just wouldn't if it didn't have that little hole just above the massive hole, it would have just been a regular geode. But I see where they're getting it. That is a sentence. Hey, I know my anatomy. I'm a. I know my anatomy. Fuck. You're making me wobble the camera. Oh, gold. No, that's cool as, man. My fiance, she Stacy, she collects gems and stuff like that. She's quite into that as well. She got me this cool little gem when we first started talking. She came back from Queensland. She got me this gem. I've got it sitting somewhere. It's amongst my things that I collect, important collectibles. I just put away. God, stay there. Terminologies: a little hole above the big hole. That's between the other hole. Hey, look, you know, some of us got taints and other of us just have like a centimeter. Okay, what can I say? We should be thankful about our taint strip. Okay. Yeah, no, it was really nice. Did my phone just die? Bro, did you just die? Oh, he died! No! Oh, swap camera time. No more face cam, I guess. Oh, he overheated. Oh, that's nice. You know what? I'm just looking at something. Just make this one. That. Cool. Not as good quality, and I've got the fucking watermark there, but we will... Dude, you have overheating issues in winter is crazy. Yeah. Yeah. I mean, it's just because the phone was... I got a Z Flip, so just because the phone was closed, it was, like, cooking itself. When it should actually have just been open, allowing more ambient heat. So, Samsung's got a bit of a problem with overheating. I should know better. And it's also at 0% battery as well, which is fun. Just swap our chargers over. Plug it back in here, and then once it turns back on, I'll reconnect it. But for now, because it was slow charging, I was worried. You gotta readjust clamps and everything like that. Real pain in the butt of this. There we go. Yeah, not as hard as that. Not as good as that. Oh, yeah, let's see this one. Please. Oh, 64%. See, it was on using a slow charger. So I used my slow charger. Yeah, winter in Australia isn't really winter, man. It's not really... It's just wet. You know what I mean? Like, the past couple of days we've had sun. For my area, the sun is crazy. Seeing the sun is like, vitamin D, finally! It's like we're like the Canadians for our for where we are. So, you know, vitamin D is important for where I am, because we don't get the sun very often. But, I mean, it's a colloquial joke. We get the sun. Our winters in my town are, like, super wet, super miserable. Our summers, though, are, like, crazy hot. Like, 42 degrees Celsius, which is... You should put your stream into discussion. Huh? What do you mean? Enter a password. Oh. Should put your stream into discussion, like just yapping. Is that what you're saying? Chuck the stream on the yap place. Like just chatting. I mean, not painting stream, but discuss IRL. I mean, that's probably not a bad idea. Look, I just yap majority of the time. Did I? Yo, what's going on here? Oh, there's an error opening the camera. We connect. There we go. No, it's using the wrong camera. Don't mind, it's just funny. Oh. No, I'm gonna do it. You said not to do it, so now I'm gonna do it. I'm joking. I'm just yapping you. I'm just yoinking you, chatting, mate. Fucking work, bro. There we go. Goodness gracious. Oh, cockshot. What is going on, man? I just gotta let my phone cool down for a little bit. It's gonna like bounce on and off. Yeah, I'm just gonna stop it for now. gonna stop it for now. I'm just leaving the big one. Yeah, sorry guys. I should be painting more. You are. I mean, you are semi right. I should be painting a bit more. I am a yapper, bro. I'm a chronic yapper. Anybody will tell you I'm a chronic yapper. Yeah. So, what was I talking about? See, I fucking forgot what I was talking about. I was too focused on the camera and just. So cameras are really warm, like they're hot. I have a secret for you. You can do both. Whoa! Damn. I really can't. I really can't. every report card came back saying, "Bro yaps too much." Yo, Rage. Thanks, man. Thanks for the 5 biddies. Rage again with the 5 bits, bro. I don't. As much as I appreciate it and I love you for it, I don't need the money. I appreciate it, man. I really do. Thank you. You're a sweetheart. Yeah, I'm a yapper. All my report cards came back being like, yaps too much. Get him to shut the fuck up, please. Politely, can you get him to shut up? He talks a lot during class, and then it was what is it I forget what it is. I can't remember what they say, man. It's like they have so much potential, but he talks too much. He talks too much in class. He has so much potential, but he talks too much in class. If only he applied himself. Look, I don't mean to, man. They talk about something and then I just start talking. I just start yapping. It's not even something I control, bro. But yeah, no. I'm a chronic yapper. I like to yippee yap. What So anyway, Little Head Fred. That's so dumb. You're on landscape mode, but you can't change the amount. It's just sent, but works differently in vertical. I don't have vertical set up. That's the thing. I don't think I've got vertical set up. It's like, it's not streaming in vertical. Click to learn how to stream in vertical with dual format. And I could probably set it up pretty quickly. Yeah. I don't know, man. The vertical's weird. And also, because I don't have, like, this is doing everything right. So, like, when I stream and play video games, this does everything. I don't have a second computer or anything like that. Yet. So, still fucking warm as. Anyway. Yeah, no, once this does, I'll be able to show you a bit more better detail of what I'm doing here. I was gonna go in with the lead voucher, but I decided to go in with the bronze. What the fuck are you? Are you bronze? No, hammered copper. I'm going in with a hammered copper. I want a brass. I want a brass to be able to do like some brass finishings on like these little bits. There you go. On the little bolts and stuff, some brass finishings. Is that a picture of you two on the side of the PC? Yeah. So we went to a place. This is me and my fiance. Yeah, we went to a park. It's called Luna Park. It's in Melbourne. Yeah, so we went there. and yeah, it just sits on the side of my PC. So I work from home as well, so I just tippy tap here and look over here. Ah, tippy tap, tippy tap, tippy tap. Thanks. Now she's good. She's great. I definitely got lucky with that one. You know, I separated from the mother of my two boys. That was like a 10, almost 11-year long relationship. That didn't go. That was no, 10 years is a long time. Especially when you have kids and you were both were teenagers and you both got problems that you're not working on, you know. 10 years is a long time to not both work on your shit, and it comes to a head, and sometimes it doesn't end super nice. So, yeah. I'm 50-50 with my boys now, which is good. Man, I don't want to just get all K-Duck's law here, but yeah, so it ended strange. We're amicable now, obviously for my boys, and so after a while, I went on the old Tinders, and met Stacy, and yeah, she's phenomenal. She's so kind. She's so sweet. She's just no. She talks to me, and we'll talk through our stuff. That was like a big problem in my last relationship. Communication just wasn't there, and you know, I mean, okay, well, you know, if I'm going to get into another relationship, it's gonna do it right. You know, you gotta do it right. You gotta do these things right. You make mistakes in your previous relationships and stuff like that, and you gotta walk away from things with a bit of self-reflection. You know, if I ask yourself, okay, well that ended. It can't be repaired back to what it was because I didn't want that. It's just there was no way. And you've got to go, okay, what was the main problems in that relationship? What should I be doing with myself before I get into another relationship? So you got to have a moment of self-reflection, no matter what. Like either side's got to have a moment of self-reflection, not only about the relationship but about themselves. And I made some changes in my life. Ended up, I met Stacy, and yeah, just really worked on sort of just not like bottling up when I felt like, oh shit, maybe I might just maybe take a few spaces back and just yeah, okay, whatever you want. But now you work on yourself. You gotta work on yourself, and you gotta like not hold things in and actually communicate. And so yeah, it was good. She's great. She's really patient. She's phenomenal with kids. She got 2 kids of her own, so we got 4 boys in the house now. Which is very busy. 4 children is very busy, I will say. But yeah, they're all school age, so they're all going to school and stuff like that. And they're just great. They get along so well. Got really lucky that they get along so well. So that was the defining factor of like, oh, is this relationship gonna last, or is it just gonna be a fling? And we were like, okay, we're at the point where our kids can meet now. So we went to a local park, and we were like, a local playground, and we were just like, alright, this is my friend's kids. Go hang out, guys. We're just gonna sit on the bench and talk. And yeah, they got along like house and fire. And we just sort of both looked at each other and we were like, I think it's gonna work. I think this is gonna work really well. And so yeah, and that's history. The instant those kids just got along so well like they did, we were like, done deal. Alright, this obviously it's meant to be. It's a sign. And we've been great ever since. I proposed. in this place called the Otways, which is a like Otway. It's a forest in Victoria. They've got redwoods, so they've got this really beautiful redwood forest, and I proposed in the redwoods on our holiday. I was having a bit of a rough time at work, and she just spontaneously was like, "How about we just go take a few days off? You know, you got some leave there. Go take that leave off, and we'll go out to the we'll go camping. We'll go to the Altways or something like that." And I was like, so I'd already been yapping to her best friend about, "Hey, look, I'm gonna ask her to marry me at some point. I want to take her to the Otways. I want to make it, just be really special." And so because she was like, "Oh yeah, let's go to the Otways. We'll go this day," I booked the camping location for this day. I just sort of was like, I gotta move fast. So I went and yeah, absolutely. So I went and ran and got like a really this is just a now ring. We're gonna like you can pick the ring. Um so I bro, what is going on my phone? I need to respond to them as soon as I possibly can. Oh shit. Click OK. I keep forgetting. I'm really bad with messages. People send me a message and I'm like, "Oh yeah, I'm gonna reply to that." And like, damn, that block is really, really tough. Okay, let's get this camera working now. And we have Paintcam. We had Paintcam. Paintcam? Paintcam, what is the go here, bro? I think something's wrong. There is still... Oh, man. No, I think it's still too hot. There's something going on with it. I don't know what's going on with this, but it is driving me insane. Oh. No, and then it crashes. To go to my settings in this. And we're frozen again. God damn it. This is really frustrating. I don't know what's going on with this camera. You were working so good before. I think it's gonna be a case. I'm just gonna have to like delete the app and restart it. Not what I wanted for this stream. Not what I wanted for this stream. Anyway. We've done some hammered copper. We've done some hammered copper there. Not as good as what I was hoping. Let me show you my finished Gilliman. After 2 years of painting him, I'm starting to enjoy the results. 2 years of... Oh, 2 years of painting. You've done nothing like... I thought you said 2 years of painting him. Let your phone... Yeah, that's true. Yeah, show, bro. Discord's link's in there, so just dump it in the Discord. No. Maybe 15 to 20 hours to paint him. Yeah, that's fair. That's fair. I've probably spent, like, 8 hours painting just that. It takes a while. Even if I'm, like, doing it through, like, the weekend, I'll be, like, sitting here and just doing a little bit of painting, a little bit of painting, a little bit of painting. I'm like, oh, no, but I need to do this. And then there's this tiny bit that I just saw that's really going to shit me off. That I need to touch up. Like, I'll find just, like, a little tiny, like, bit of grey. And I'll be like, need to do a whole section layer again. It's wrong. It's wrong. This is gonna be some of the best. I reckon you're gonna throw it in the Discord, and I'm gonna be like, "Oh my god, bruh, that's so phenomenal. How you paint so good?" Then I'm gonna gas you up, and you're gonna feel really great about yourself. Okay. And it's gonna be genuine. Not saying that it was never going to be genuine. I'm just saying. Just in case you're like, oh, maybe I don't want to now. Don't gas me up. Ew, don't compliment me. Fucking disgusting. That's me. Compliments bad. Oh, your compliments. I just really want your compliments. Please compliment me. Okay, that bit's done. Now we can actually move on to Lake Archer. Hey, look, I'll pin the message in the chat. Let's actually do some lead belcher now. So we got this Warhammer base lead belcher. It's a metallic. We love that one. I like to drink it. Take a sippy sip. Speaking of which, thirsty. So I do D&D every other Thursday. So this Thursday coming up, I'll be doing D&D on my YouTube channel, The Amber Flows. If you're interested in D&D, definitely come hang out, come give it a watch. I put a lot of work into it. In fact, the reason why this Twitch channel has been so... My brush was too wet. Just dab that away like that never happened. The reason why this Twitch channel, normally this used to be quite active with streams and stuff like that. I was streaming fairly regularly. Our streaming schedule and everything. Don't stream on Twitch anymore, unfortunately. For D&D, it goes straight to the YouTube, and then it gets re-streamed here. Whenever I remember to do it. So I run D&D. I do it on a VTT. And, yeah, I just have fun with that. Like got a bunch of players. We're up to like episode 22. Each episode goes to like 4 hours ish, 4-ish hours. It goes to. So yeah. I've been having fun. Been having lots of fun with that. My players just made it safely to this tower, deep underneath this. Think of it like a hive world from like Warhammer 40k. This city's like a medieval hive world, ran by a Mercury dragon, and then the setting like all the dragons sort of run like a country. I didn't know you played Helldivers too. Yeah, man. Oh yeah. Got that shit on release. Played the crap out of Helldivers too. I played with my friend, a few of my friends when they jump on. They go, "Hey, Helldivers." I go, "Hell yeah, brother." Hell yeah. And I play heavy. I play like a heavy guy. Lots of pew pews, lots of bing bang booms. I shoot the shit, blast away. I'm I like my heavy weapons. I'm not very good at light weapon stuff. I like to run around in my heavy armor. I like to blast. I was at the creek, baby. I was at the creek, and then the instant the bots came back and we were able to go to Cyberstan, you bet your bottom dollar I was on Cyberstan. I was on Cyberstan as much as I physically could be. Really, and I just purchased some other games as well at the time. The Cyberstan stuff was going on, and I was like, oh man, I really want to play these, but I gotta blast some bots. So we played the crap out of some Helldivers. Maybe in the future we can spread democracy together. Hell yeah, man! I would love that. We normally have a couple of guys jump on and join us as well. So like, if there's space, I'll fucking give you a ping mug, dude. We normally play it late anyway. So, the new all the divers saw the Teddy Diver. I'm usually scout, quick killing, collecting samples, killing small nests. Nice. I struggle at fucking getting samples at all. I'm a big boom guy. I like my fucking noob tube where I fire out grenades, bang, 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 boom, 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 boom. I drop fucking, the HE. I throw the HE every time and just friendly fire crap out of the guys. No, I normally just be like, HE! And they're like, run! Lots of big explosions. They've definitely played it a lot more than me. But I played a lot during the early times, especially during the creek. I was creeker man. Gotta love the creek. Hoo-ah! So but yeah, as I was saying, when the bots came back and we went to Cyberstan, I was fucking doing I was on there every night doing Cyberstan stuff. That was so good, so much fun. I will probably jump back on for this to avenge Teddy Diver, the teddy bear Helldiver that got destroyed by the squids, man. Not okay. Not okay. So yeah, I'm excited. I'm excited. Tyson man. Bro, where's the Roberto Gilliman? Where's Robert Gurley man? So you're going to show me Robert Gurley man? I still have not seen Robert Gurley man. I don't really follow the law. That's fair. That's fair. Neither do I. But I see a friend will send me a trailer. So we've got a pretty regular group of invested creekers. My friend has been playing Helldiver, played the crap out of Helldivers 1, and he was super into it. And I'm not much of a twin stick shooter guy, so when it became a third person shooter, I was like, oh, I can actually play this now, and see what's going on, because I get MOBA brain, I get lost I get lost on the screen when it comes to action RPG stuff. So I struggle a lot with that. So don't see anything that's going on. I should have not painted these on the model. They should have been off the model. But I see a trailer. The only lore I really pay attention to is the clankers. Whether or not I need to actually invest in some time to jumping on and go fight the bots. I stayed on Malevolent Creek well past the time, well past the objective closing on Malevolent Creek. When we lost the creek, I was still there. I was still on the creek until I was like, okay, I'm done with Helldivers for a bit. I'm gonna play Elden Ring now. I played Elden Ring for a good bit. Not like release or anything like that. Just like, oh, you know what? Fuck it, I'm gonna play some Elden Ring. Which I'm not good at. I'm not good at those Souls games. I'm okay, actually. I'm okay. I played a shit ton of the first one back when it like dropped. I got the PC version, the Prepare to Die edition. That was good. I played the crap out of that. Man, I talk about these PC games that I used to have and play, and I don't even have like a 16th of my PC game collection before the house fire. I still have my entire PS3 collection, but it doesn't look as big as it was because I had to rebuild some of it, and I don't have all the cases for them anymore. PS4 collection, I lost a bit of that. I started building back up my Xbox 360 and my Wii and Wii U collection. But PS5's like the least amount. I've got more Xbox One games than I do PS5 games, which is crazy. I just haven't been touching my consoles lately. I'm sending it. I've lost my phone 2 days ago. I'm using a fucking iPhone. Rip, kid, rip. My fiance went from having an iPhone to no, Stacy went from having an iPhone to now going over to the Android ecosystem. She thoroughly enjoys the Android ecosystem now because she can what's the word I'm looking for? Like, she can customize the home screen and all that sort of stuff, and the font and all that sort of stuff, and you can't do that on Apple. And she was like, I get customization. I'm like, you sure can, you little Sims girly. And she's like, I'm gonna customize the crap out of these. So she customized the crap out of her phone. And so now she's forever a Android user. And I'm like, yes, good. Now let me move you over to Linux. And she's like, no, I need Windows for my job. I'm like, not even a little bit of Linux? And she's like, no, I haven't gotten her on the Linux train yet, but soon we will. We will soon have her on the Linux train. One of these days. Actually, I probably won't get her on the Linux train. She's got some games that can run on Windows at the moment. They don't play well with Linux because of Unreal Engine. Such. Anyway, not many Unreal Engine games really like Linux at the moment. Well, even running through Proton, unfortunately, is what it is. I'll just have to live with that fact. You see a noticeable like deviation in its performance when running like Unreal games, especially hungry Unreal games that like to eat up resources. And the memory leak issue for Linux still hasn't been resolved. But you still see performance in a lot of other places that you don't in Windows, I'm quite pleased about. It also gets me the fuck out of the Windows ecosystem. I fucking hate Windows, man. For an operating system that I used most of my life, you would think that there would be a little bit more love for it. Ah, nah, man, I don't go straight links. Nah, you can post that shit in the Discord. ibb.co? Nah, man. Nah. Send me like an Imgur. I'll trust an Imgur. Not an ibb.co, man. Not like a tiny link. Discord's been pinned in the chat. Jump in the Discord, throw the Discord up. I didn't see Discord. I don't see Discord where I get it. Ah, yeah, it's pinned. Sorry, dude. Sorry, I just don't click links. I'll make a habit of it. Honest mistake, man. You're good. Wow, 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 wow. Sorry, I was just checking something. Got one more thing I need to check. Wrong screen, my dude. I'll throw this in the chat as well, just because I'm going to do a little bit of shameless self-promotion. This is my D&D channel. Come and have a watch if you all like D&D content. It's all actual plays. And I spent a good like a good year really honing my skills with the VTT. So the main campaign is the Amber War, which is a lead off of my previous campaign, the Grimmer Hole, which I have audio recordings for, but I just haven't like gotten off my ass to actually edit them. Damn it. A trim has hit the yellow. Yeah. We do that every other Thursday, so every fortnight we do D&D, which is coming up. This fortnight we'll be doing D&D. This Thursday we'll be doing D&D. It's 7:30 Australian Eastern Standard Times. We've got an ad break coming up in 5 minutes, guys. I can snooze that. I'll snooze it. No, it actually came out alright. I'm actually pretty pleased with how the trim is... The trim is looking on it with the yellow. Once I hit it with some Nuln Oil, I'm gonna be I think I'm gonna be a little bit more happier with it. I think. I definitely don't think I'm gonna hit the white. Definitely don't think we're gonna do the white. The Administratum Grey just really, like, it's delicious, I think. I lie. I probably will do the white. I just won't do it for every shoulder. Yeah, but we work now. Let's uninstall this app. I want to actually give you all an actual viewing experience, so... No, you're not. Let's reinstall you. Nope. No wonder. There we go. No? No? You're not even warm anymore, man. What the fuck is going on? Really? No, that's gonna piss me off. I'm gonna fix that. I'll fix that another day, because I can't be fucking dead. Anyway, sorry guys. I was hoping that would be an issue that I could resolve this stream. And the other one's freezing too. Let's not start this. Let's not do this. Dumpy reveal. Yeah, okay, yeah, I got a Skabooty, okay? I just tagged you and told you what channel for you to chuck it in. Then I'll show the stream, mate. Your boy got a dumpy. Your boy got a skadooty. He got that big hefty kabooty. It's good because I sit on my ass all the fucking time. For my job, I'm constantly on my skabooty. Oop, I hear a notification. Just as I'm doing this beautiful section of trim. It's the best trim I've ever did see. Nobody does trim like him. It does the trimmiest trim. Fuck. I completely cooked that. That's my that is my D&D YouTube channel. That's where I do all my D&Ds. That's where I stream my D&D. Oh, that is nice. What the fuck, dude? Hang on. That's nice. Very nice.
Very sweet. Very good. Very good. I do quite a like.
Yo, g'day Joker Paints, how you doing? I'll snooze it again. Welcome to stream. Welcome to stream. We're just looking at Kaiser's Roberto Girly Man. Very nice. Very, very nice, I will say. Look at the detail on that. Yeah, you've done a really good job, especially with like the gradient that you're doing on here. Nice, a lot of depth as well. I really like the depth. The picture was terrible. Nah, dude. No, it's good. The depth on it's like the depth that you've actually given it is so good. Like it feels like you've got some actual dimension there to it. I finished painting a Sergeant Harker. I don't know what a Sergeant Harker is.
Tell me, good sir, what is a Sergeant Harker?
Just that off. It's frustrating me now. I actually have to fix the camera issue. This Joy-Con problem is actually frustrating me so bad. I don't know why it keeps freezing. Like that. What is going on? Okay, let's stop this. Let's actually fix the settings. Okay, reset all the settings data. Okay. And we freeze again. Is it my... You know what it is? Bet you it's my Wi-Fi.
Laying down under's got a bit of a problem with the Wi-Fi, mate.
Oh, use-bit only? I can do a use-bit.
Hold our ponies here. Hang on, lads, I think I got it. Oh, wait, no. 62%. Maybe I do got it, lads. Hang on. Maybe I got it, lads. Hold on.
Just finish off old 40k Arcachan Mini. Too many sources. Too many sources. No, it's not too many sources. I've done it before. I've had like 4 of these cams up before. Again, dumpy reveal. I'm sorry. Okay, let's see if I can get the working now. Could be Gucci. Because actually everybody in my house is asleep, so... Where did I get that ping from? so long to paint an entire army, I start to understand why people just undercoat them. Bro, why are we doing this? Man, she fucking carks it again. Oh my goodness gracious. I'm gonna lose my Danganronpa at this fucking thing. Because there she goes. There she's back. Then we get good video and then she's gone. Oh, I'm gonna lose it. I'm gonna lose my proverbial mind. I'm just gonna remove this. Yes. Stop. You. Yes. I'll figure it out one of these days. It works. Takes a good 80 hours depending on how hard you go with it. I just deleted the wrong fucking one. Yes. Dragons. Fuck off, USB tippering. You know what? Cut that off. It got me mad now. I'm Madge. Hi, my name's Midge. I'm Madge. Oop. I just have to be the upper one. God damn it. Sorry, guys. This is just... Something's just... I don't know. I don't know what the fuck is going on. Oh. Why do I hear icy towers, man? Oh my god, what the fuck is going on? Well, there's this one back. It's okay to do it another time? No, I shan't. I'm gonna stress about this all day now. No, you're right. I will do it another time. It just pissed me off so much. I just focus on too much about it, and then it's gonna frustrate me all night, and then I'm gonna come and fix it, and it's gonna happen again. Anyway, let's get back to painting, because I've spent more time just cracking the shits about this thing. Not about the night, but about the fucking camera setup. I had it perfect until the friggin' thing died and overheated. Anyway, I focus on it. I'm not going to be able to stop thinking about it. So I'm focusing. I really wish that using the Joy-Con app thing would piss off though, because I've already paid for it and I'm using it on a different device. I don't know. I don't know, Chief. I don't know. How has nights been? What have you guys been up to? I guess it's really not a night, depending on where you are. Yes, distress and talk me about distress. Yes, de-stress and talk to me about your night. Anyway, sorry. Welcome to streaming. I've been streaming for a good long time, man. My KDux channel has been around for not this. Well, this one's been around for as long as I've been but I've been doing YouTube. I've been hobbying YouTube for a long time. How long have I been up? How long have I been around for? I've been doing silly, funny videos since... Oh, fuck. Almost 10 years? No, wait, it's almost 10 years. 12 years. I've been posting videos to YouTube for like 12 years. Do I want to shame myself? Yeah, I'm gonna shame myself. Here we go. You can just witness my shame. My great YouTube shame. It's 12 PM here. Well, I mean, yeah, you're Aussie. I'm Aussie as well. Oh, I did it. No. Well, you're in the same time zone as me, so you know. We're sitting at the same time. I dozed off. I was feeling really crook today, so I didn't end up working. And then I dozed off towards the end of the day, and it ruined my sleep schedule. There you go, that's my secret shame. Yeah, so it ruined my sleep schedule, and my fiance woke me up, and I thought it was the morning, and I thought she was telling me to get the kids ready for school, and I was like, oh, fuck, yeah, no, you're right, shit. And then I was just mumbling something, and then she's like, no, baby, dinner. And I was like, oh, dinner, right. Shit. Sorry. Yeah, I low-key ruined my sleep schedule. Oh, from last time, Joker, this is what I did. This is where I got to last time. Actually, after last time. I didn't stream all the progress. But yeah, he's come out pretty crisp. So pretty crispy. Pretty crispy. A lot of Nullen oil. A lot of Nullen oil. I understand now. I get it. I get it. So I went to, like, when I first started doing, like, funny YouTube stuff, I was like a silly young fella, and I thought that if I just put Let's Play videos up, that, I'd become famous. And I realized, oh, fuck, I'm actually not, very funny. Like, I'm very in my head when I'm playing video games, so, like, I have, like, no skill to be able to, like, talk while I'm playing a video game. So I would just be like I would just always think about being like, oh man, I didn't speak. during that whole entire recording. So I'll just delete the whole entire recording. And when I started, I had, like, no money. So I had, like, no access to actual, like, recording hardware or anything like that. I was playing and, like, uploading and recording and uploading most of the stuff from, like, I had a 2012 iMac. It was 2007 iMac. No. It was the iMacs that were, like, this thick. An iMac that was like this, the stand ones that were just a screen, but there was like this thick, not like your thin monitor ones anymore now. Anyway, I had a like 2000 something iMac that I stupidly took the advice of my cousin, who's a very much an Apple user. He's very much, he loves and lives and breathes and Apple. He's all he does is Apple. He's like, yeah, no, Apple's great, blah, 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 here's this. You can even run Windows on it. I was like, oh, okay, then, well, it's kind of best of both worlds, you know. I want to do art stuff, and I also want to be able to play video games, so sweet, I'll do that. So I listened. I spent $2,000 on a iMac. When I probably should have just spent that $2,000 on a high-end PC at the time, which would have only cost me about $2,000. There was a stream I did where I said nothing during the entire time and just ended the stream at the end. yeah. Now sometimes I've got a couple of streams that I've like jumped on. I've been like, man, I really want to stream, but I've got my kids. And you know what? I don't like having my kids on the streams or anything like that. So I'm gonna stream, but I'm just gonna like turn the sound off, like turn my mic off, so they're not in it, and so I can still stream and just like record gameplay and stuff. Because I just like, I don't know, it's just something about like recording the gameplay and uploading it and shit like that. Just feels like, I don't know, everything I do now has to be like, there has to be an additional reason for it. I was muted for like the first 40 minutes of one of my streams. I kid you not, I have 2 episodes, 2 4-hour-long D&D episodes, episode 3 and episode 6, and they are completely muted. Where I'm only episode 3, I'm the only one talking. Episode 6, they're the only ones talking, and I think it was both. I didn't unmute them both times, but now it's become a running joke. So, you know, it's better than, you know, accumulatively like 8 hours of lost footage of a lost stream. So, you know, 40 hours isn't too bad. 40 minutes isn't too bad in comparison. And it was some of my best work as well. And I was fuming because it was such a good episode. All the players did like some really great roleplay for like being so early into the stream, like for being so early into the campaign. Some really cool stuff had happened, lots of back and forth, lots of like good moments, and I'm just sitting here, just forgot to unmute. So I don't touch that stuff anymore. So what I do when I start to stream, I unmute myself. I say g'day to everybody. I mute myself. I say g'day. Worst bit, people thought I was locked in painting, and I was having a good chat. Oh, that's the worst. That is actually the worst. That's rough. That's rough, man. You're just yapping away with them. Yeah. With my D&D stuff, I don't pay attention to the chat because it's just like I'm recording it just A for my own notes, but also B so like anybody. So my campaigns will like drop in, drop out. Someone 45 minutes in muted ? That's rough, man. So I don't look at chat during the entire session of D&D. Because I'm really, really hardcore focused on what is happening in the session. The fuck is he playing? Oh no, we'll go back to Sticker Rush. Yeah, so, I don't look at chat during the entire time, so, like, one of the players now just leaves the stream open and periodically, like, checks it. It's like, okay, you know, he's actually saying stuff, I can hear him in the stream, so I'll come back to it in a little bit to see if anything's fucked up. So he does, like, volume check and stuff like that for me now. Oh, my campaign's drop in, drop out, so I have, like, a bunch of people that are, like, have kids themselves, or Donkey Kong soundtrack. Yeah, man. Donkey Kong Country 2. Diddy's Quest, SNES 1. It's the best. It's one of my favorites. I was going to do Shin Megami Tensei again, but I thought, last stream was Shin Megami Tensei. Let's do something different. I went to do Gauntlet Legends. I have to checklist now when I start a stream. Yeah, I do the same. I got there's a whole, like, checklist. I do everything beforehand, he says. But then midway through, I'll do adjustments, or, like, when I just start, I'll do adjustments. And be like, no, gotta check this one thing, gotta make sure. So I can't trust my own memory. Like, I had a really bad, like, memory problem, so I go back and double check it all the time, and if I can't see it, so like D&D, I'm pretty sick, so we do all the pre-checks collectively as a group, but with like my own streams, I just like whatever, I don't check it, unless I'm like actually streaming something and like wanting to like talk about something really important, things like that, then I'm like, if I can't see it, I'm checking it. Because my memory's so bad, I just don't trust my memory that I've done it. So I go back and double check it, and triple check it, and triple check it. But me night's looking pretty good, not gonna lie. I am enjoying the process of putting these guys and painting them. I am enjoying it more than I actually thought I would, not gonna lie. Like, I like doing crafty stuff, but it is very, very much it's been very, like, relaxing. Like, I get into a little bit of a zone. I spend some time on a section of a model, and then I kind of decide if I'm coming back to it or not. And then I go, oh yeah, I'll come back to it, or I'll do like a whole bunch. Like that, the progress that I've done on the night so far, that was just one evening. So I did all the grey dry brushing, and then yeah, I just decided, fuck it, I'm gonna go hard on this one, and I did all the null and oil and stuff like that. It was good. It was Gucci. I'm excited to do the base though, with all the snow and stuff like that. I'm thinking about making this big, like probably about the size of this map. This big, like, street, like 40k street, and then just like take the base pieces and like cut out the sections of terrain where I want it to sit on the base, and then, you know, I'll have it already in there, and so it's like this thing where I can just like then like diorama them and just like plop them back onto the foundation. It's like this one big diorama, so they can like sit in this sort of scene. I can just sort of have it sit somewhere. And then when I want to play it, I just take the whole scene with me, take the whole diorama with me, and just plop them off the diorama. But it's going to be a bit of work. But I think it will pay off in the end. So I've done a fair bit of work with modeling clay in the past. So I think I might be able to pull something together. Just finishing the last bits of edging on this trim, and then we'll move on to the next bit of edging. Get edged. And some fucking lead belcher hit the yellow. God damn it. It's okay, it's only a little bit, and it's easier to cover up on the yellow than it is to anyway on the yellow on the silver. So. So what a game that this song here reminds me of, a fucking Ape Escape. PlayStation 1, and I'm gonna think about that all night now. Ape Escape. Edging, don't use that word. Yeah, man. There's a pinned comment for Discord. Jump on. Post it in the 40k section in Discord. I don't normally, I completely forgot that I had a Discord that I was sitting there for if people wanted to engage in stuff. So, yeah, you know, jump on in, throw it in the 40k channel. I don't look at links. We ain't clicking links. Oh, fuck. Have a squeeze. What the fuck was that? What were those planes for? Ah, yes. All right. Let me do it so we can see it. Alrighty, let's have a squeeze-azzle. Nice, nice, nice. Oh, I like the cross-hatching you've done on the level work. I really like seeing people take other mediums like pretty standard work in other mediums, like cross-hatching and things like that, and using it like for other things. Damn, the fucking gun's huge for that guy. Pretty Catachan. I like him, man. It looks great. I like it how he looks like he got a bit of the sludge. It's like he's stepping in some of the sludge in his boot, and it's like sort of connecting to his boot. That looks really cool. And you've done even cross-hatching on his pants legs, man. That's sweet as. Looks good as.
Very nice. Very, very nice. Very nice, man. I like this. I like this in Warhammer where it's like, oh, I've done this. Do you want to see it? And everybody's just like, hell yeah, we want to see it, man. Like I'm in a local chat for my LGS, and they're all like, "What you painting? What you got? Show me. Show me your stuff." Like my Warhammer guy's like, "I want updates. Show me up. Send me updates. I want to see." So I got plans to in a couple of weekends when I've got a day off over the weekends. I will go and do some painting in the Warhammer store and watch him get absolutely frustrated at how I'm doing it. No, man, do it this way, and you'll find that I'll be like, oh yeah, that sounds great. Continues painting the same way. Bro, where's your wet palette? I mean, dip my brush, rinse my brush, rinse my brush, take a little bit of the excess off. Oh yeah, I'll do that. What do you mean you just dry painting the whole lot? Just fun. Why not? I will say, Citadel paints are pretty, like, thin if you're using them right. Well, I will say, I was saying before that I have a fair art history. So like I used to do a lot of like ink paintings and stuff like that, and you always use quite a lot smaller stuff in ink paintings than you do like you use a finer brush because you want to get finer details. You don't use very broad stroke brushes. At least I didn't when learning. So because there's no fixing when you fuck up with ink. And 90% of the time when I was painting with ink, I was painting like freehand, like no pre-sketch, just fucking seeing where the world takes me sort of deal. And that can be a little danger. And fuck ups are permanent, and so I would typically just throw out the entire piece, or just be like, it's done, it's fucked, no, that's it, I'm finished. I'm gonna paint something completely different now. Bit of this edge here. Chuck a couple of more bits up from this year up for later. Oh, no, I want to see now. I want to share. I want to share everybody with your amazing, famous art pieces. I really like this one. I like the gradient you've done on that axe, man. For the Sally, I like it. I like it a lot. I like it a lot. I had a mate of mine say to me, if you chucking gold on, chuck like a purple wash or something over it. I haven't seen what that looks like. Damn, man.
Very nice. I got yourself some Blood Angels here, I'm assuming? Or a custom chapter? A lot of red boys. Lots of red boys.
Got yourself some orcs here.
Oh, loving the orcs, man.
With the knuckle dusters.
That's great. Oh, wait, I missed one.
Oh, and some squigs.
Hell yeah. Fuck yeah, man. I like the little rocket coming off and the little squigs with fucking dynamite in their mouths. And fucking little tank mine strapped to his head. Looks great, dude. Fucking love orcs. 10 out of 10. Orcs are the best. I should have just started painting orcs. What was I doing? Edging. I was edging. I get what you mean. You mean I shouldn't say that word, rage? Oopsie doopsies. Oopsie plopsies. Bingle bongs. Yeah, Heresy, Blood Angels, Death Guard, and a BB team with Wrecker Crew. Very nice, very nice. Oh, Blood Bowl team. I really liked the first Blood Bowl game. I haven't played any of the others. It's on my list. They're on my list. And I'm checking it twice.
Gotta find out who's been grumping or not.
Gonna keep going. That. Almost it. Almost. Cool. I've been in the hobby for. I've been in the hobby a couple of sleeps. I still like how you put that. A couple of sleeps. That's great. Yeah, I got friends who've been in the hobby for fucking ages as well. I met all of them through LARP. We were doing Old World Fantasy LARP, Old World Warhammer Fantasy LARP. And I know a lot more about Old World than I do like Warhammer Fantasy. Like more direct exposure to that than I did anything 40k. That wasn't Dawn of War. And then when I was working with one of my mates, as a truck driver, we'll just sit down and listen to all the like a shit ton of like Warhammer like lore videos on YouTube while we're driving, going like long distances. We'll just listen to them. I tell you what though, one of my favorite things I think about Warhammer, which I think would be really cool to get more on. I don't know if I haven't read any of the books, so I don't know if there is any information on it. There probably is, and I just haven't seen it. That's the Men of Iron. I really like the idea of that whole era. Like, I want to know what society was like. I mean, obviously, like that's part of the allure of that, is that we don't know what society was like during that period, and sort of where humanity was during that war with the Men of Iron. I would love to see just a book, about that. Like if there is a book, that would be cool. So I think that's also Age of Man, like pre-contact Xenos. So that would be really cool to. There's nothing really on that era. You hear snippets throughout the Heresy books. I figured that would be the case because the allure of that is the mystery, and that you wouldn't get any of that because of the mystery of that. You know, and that would also be giving us information pre 40k. It's the Lost Ages, yeah. Like literally, it's lost. So why would we get any of that information? I would like, oh, you know, it's cool to think about what that would be like, but I would like a book just so I can eat my cake as well. But I'm okay if there's no cake to be eaten. If there's no cake to be eaten, you would think otherwise, but yeah, no, I like the idea of the Men of Iron, and that just really, especially through the lens of like 40k, well, Warhammer in general, you know, humanity had gotten themselves to such a point where they could, where they had STCs, they could create these massive machines. They were literally the masters of the universe. Their technology was so beyond anything what we currently see. And now that that is all lost, like it would just be really cool to see just like a very glimpse of like a not even I don't even want you don't even want like a very fleshed out book, but something that just like really I don't know still mythologizes it, but like in such a manner where it's not really showing too much of its hand. Like it talks about the stuff about the Men of Iron and things like that. That would be cool. Like during like the worst part of that, where shit is getting real fucking bad. That's where I want it to be. And like even like I've listened to a couple of like I don't know, their short stories or whatever, about like a factory worker making ammunition for the city or whatever, and it's currently being under siege by Death Guard or whatever. Through like a lens of like that, not through like the lenses of the heroes, but like the unwitting bystanders. That's the stuff that I really like when they use that sort of framing, because it straight away doesn't give you an informed position. Like an everyday person, it doesn't give you an informed position that say somebody like an Astartes would have. It gives you a position of it still gives that question mark to everything. So the story isn't really, so the author doesn't have to play their hand. Games Workshop doesn't have to give so much lore about it, but it still gives a good glimpse of what life would have been like for people back during that time, pre Dark Age of technology. Like I really like it's like a little dream that I just like, it's like those things that you do when you like, my brain don't work. But yeah, I think you're right. It'd be cool to see even just a very minor glimpse of what that would have been like. Yeah. I just think that would be very exciting. I just didn't even know these crosses properly. Because it would be cool just to be able to juxtapose how, like, we know how much they lost. I like the Syrah Colpera series. It follows in Arbites through her career and a lesser side of the Imperium as a whole. Okay, I'll have to have a look through. I'll look about that. Because I've never, obviously, I've never read any Warhammer stuff really. mainly just listen to stuff like war video heist. What are those? Um, yeah, I'll have to have a look at it. I like it when it's just like I understand like the whole thing with Warhammer. It's about the super soldiers. It's about the Imperium and all that sort of stuff. Like, oh, but I like stories that give you what's going on through the lens of the everyman. Not every man, through the any man. So like it could be anybody. It doesn't. It's not like the person who is the key player in this story. It also then means that you'll be then creating, like, even if it was just like a regular story set in the current age of the Imperium, you're then making an entry level book for folk to sort of dig their teeth into, and then because like realistically, like the heresy and the Astartes and stuff like that, they're very high concept um, things, and you know there's quite a lot of additional stuff to really dig your teeth into. I've got this line that I just have to get done. Driving me insane. Right there. That's the perfect tip amount. And it's going to need another coat because the yellow on that will be finishings because I need to fix the silver I just put on that yellow. Good job, me. Oh, goodness gracious. Yeah, he's looking alright so far. Is that a silver mark right there? What the fuck, me? Ignore the cleanup that still remains on him. He's looking okay. Looking alright. I think I am gonna do. I don't know. I don't know if I'm gonna do the white on the legs or if I'm just gonna keep him in that administratum grey. I really like the color, like that it's giving. I'm really torn about stuff because it's gonna get covered in a layer of snow, or if I can find some like reactive like frosty resin to like just gently like do a little bit of a top layer over the top of it. Um, choice areas, I'm saying. Choice areas. Um, yeah. More so. I'm getting up and yapping at the same time. I'm also looking at the boxes. You know, you use a bit of a painting book. And pretty much, like, where I'm looking on it, like, on, like, here, like, where they're putting the paint, like everything on these legs is all metal. And I think there's probably more opportunities on here to add a bit more colour in the places that I'm probably not putting it. But I also have chose not to put colour in places where they have put colour. So I'm kind of like torn on what I'm meant to, on where I'm doing and where I'm going with it. You get a little paralyzed about these things. You don't want to fuck it up. I'm just worried that I'm gonna fuck it up. But I think actually, now that I'm thinking about it, I think a full yellow on the cock plate is probably a good idea. I'll do some full yellow on the cock plate. Playing Cyberpunk 2077 today, the first time I actually played it. I'm actually quite enjoying my time with it. All things considered, I didn't think I would. I mean, I brought it, so I was like determined to fucking like it now. But I'm actually quite enjoying my time with it. I do like the cyberpunk setting. I just haven't seen it done very well outside of the actual tabletop game. We had very, very minor the actual cyberpunk tabletop game. It's crossed my path once or twice in my life. And I've always looked at it and gone, that looks like so much fucking fun to play and run. But I am enjoying my time with the CD Projekt Red game. So, yeah. It hasn't been too bad. I've been quite enjoying it. Which is good. Started off as a corpo. So I figured, you know, might as well be a corpo scum. You know. Gives me insider on the corpos as well. So I can fuck them up. It's been really interesting. Haven't seen Johnny Silverhand yet, so I don't know when we're meant to see him. But I'm assuming that he pops up soonish. Need to get my pin. So I have these large lever pins. So I've got these large lever pins. So what I do with them is that when I have a situation like this, you see how there's a yellow bridge in between there? To get that well out, I get my large lever pin, and I use the sharp end, and I just gently run it down there, and just sort of make a little bit more of a well, and sort of scratch out where that yellow has sort of pulled up. So that way, when we do put some more, when we do actually run some contrast in there, we got more, A, the yellow's gone, but also B, we got more of a well for that to go through. I don't do it with everything. I only do it where it sort of runs, and if I don't think like it's a deep enough channel. But so far, they've been a fairly deep enough channel. It's only if I get like gunk in there, like if I've you know, if Silver's gotten in some of these little like vent lines where I want to put null and oil, I run the nail in there, the lever pin in there, and then boom, lever pin. Also, good to apply and do like a tiny little, very tiny smidget dot for an eye. Yeah, I know that the Warhammer's like the idea of detail, not like actual detail. There's a lot of blocking. In the art world, like blocking is like the stuff you do, like all the shape, all the base color, the shading color, and then the detail goes over on top of that. So Warhammer's like very much a primarily blocking, and detail comes sort of like is a lot less last. Doesn't mean that there isn't any detail in it, but yeah, because this is all still blocking, like doing shading, doing all the base colors, and then adding depth with the contrasts or shades and stuff like that is still like, you know, adjusting the blocking. I suppose all the detail comes from the actual model itself, so just yapping. Just being a trog, you know? Fuck it. Donkey Kong spooked me. I will say, really, oh no. Fuck up. Yellow's hit the fucking silver again. Probably will be a sign. Probably a sign for me to go to fucking bed then. I will say, Cyberpunk, they say like choom is like a term of endearment, and I don't understand. I don't think being called a choom is very endearing. At least I think it's a term of endearment. I don't understand if choom would be a really good term of endearment. Very, very confused by that. I guess if I do a free company of these knights, I could paint them like a bunch of different colors. I don't really have to super worry about cohesion. They're a free company. They're a free company, man. They're not all from the same group. No, they would repaint themselves to be all from the same group. To show cohesion. I don't know. I don't know with knights at the moment. I don't know what exactly I'm going with them. I haven't named any of them yet. I think once I get them all together, start naming them, doing their little sheets. It's got like a little, you know, name your pilot, name the machine, I'm gonna see how they go in battle. Do I name them after their battle, or do I name them before battle? Okay, is my main thought as well. It's like, what if their machine spirit's like unwieldy? Well, they miss all the time, but they're always the last ones to clutch it up. I miss all the time all throughout the game, but they're the last one alive, and then bam, they clutch up. You know, I can't. You know, then not name it shoots last, like. Might look up, like, medieval horse names and give them, like, medieval steer, give them, like, medieval horse names. Oh man, what a fucking place to paint. This is gonna be a dick. Oh, I fucking missed like half of it as well. On a bicycle, I went out to buy cigarettes for my mum. After weeks of still dry heat, we got a strong wind today, and it felt like I was being blasted in the face with dust. God damn, dude. See, I live in Victoria where it's cold all the time, so, damn. That's rough, buddy. I understand how you can handle being all the way out and, being in Queensland and being roasty toasty all the time. Fucking yellow. Oh. Progress. We've done the trim. We've done the PP plate. And I'm gonna call it soon because I can feel my painting getting more and more sloppy as I'm going. So actually, I think we're gonna call it there tonight, guys. Thanks for watching. I really appreciate it. Thanks for coming. Thanks for viewing. Thanks for hanging out. Yeah, again, rage. You don't have to. I really appreciate it when you do, and I think you're very sweet when you do, but you don't have to shoot me biddies, man. I appreciate it. Thanks for the hydrate. This is all I got. That was the last of it. Yeah, I really appreciate it, man. Yeah, alrighty. Well, I'm gonna call it there, guys. Thanks for coming. And, I'll see you all in the next one. Alright, thanks, bye.